Check, check. Mic check. Mic check.
Mike? Check.
Mic check.
Mike? Is that you?
Mike, are you there?
Mike?
Mike, it's been so long.
Mike, I've really missed you.
Logan, I've really missed you.
Oh.
And I mean that in the straightest way possible.
Amen. Yeah, no curves, no U-turns.
No, just arrow straight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a while. We've both been busy. And it's hard because these days you need the boys.
Yeah, and not hard in a gay way, and not hard and not needing boys needing boys in a straight way.
Yeah, just it's hard mentally, especially with how busy we are. But
is it hard physically or?
Currently, no, it is not hard physically.
Okay.
Yeah, I just started on Lexapro, so.
Oh God.
And that's going all right, but actually, that's hard too in the beginning.
We can only go up.
Yeah, so it is only up from here, and that's how life has been kind of turning up lately. And I think today we're peaking. So,
ooh,
yeah, not our microphones though. We got new audio setup.
Sorry.
It's all right. If you peak the microphone, it's all right. I can edit and post. But yeah, how you been?
I've been good. I've been pretty physically hard.
Yeah.
I'm doing delivery right now, so whipping a big van around. Keep moving. Knees are clanking.
Yeah.
Clicking. Body's aching.
But you're getting those packages delivered.
Amen.
At the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
Satisfying your hungry customers.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, I hear all about it. My dad's in the delivery business too, and yeah, it's long days, and I mean, you're blessed when the weather's nice like this and you got good customers, but in the wintertime or like those hot summer days, that's gotta suck.
I'm not ready. Yeah, it's a sauna in the back of the van most of these days.
Yeah, so thank your local delivery guy. Logan, I'd like to thank you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I shouldn't thank you back.
I guess what I'm really trying to say is thank you for coming on Crafting Cars, Ep.5, Happy Tuesdays podcast.
Podcast day. This is sick.
Yeah, I know.
I'm happy to be here. It's awesome. New mic.
Like I mentioned, better audio. We now have an interface and Shure SM58 microphones, which are industry standard. They've been using these for a long time, like on stand-up stages. Musical artists use these microphones.
Oh, for sure.
And I see you're gripping that thing. How does it feel in your hand?
It's really good. The material's not like getting clammy from my grip.
That's good.
It's actually, we'll see how it is at the end of the podcast. I'll give you guys an update on how clammy my hand is on this handle.
What I like is it's got a good weight to it. It feels quality, but it doesn't feel like it's going to fatigue my arm.
Yeah, no, I can do like 1,000 reps with this.
Yeah, same here. Now, if I switch hands, I might only be able to do 500 reps.
Really?
Yeah, I'm right arm dominant.
I'm ambidextrous where it counts.
Really?
Yeah.
No, not me. Especially like I was talking about this the other day. I haven't posted a video, but I don't get my rights and lefts mixed up until I'm flipped upside down under a car. Then I get my righty-tighty, lefty-loosey mixed up.
That's got to mess everything up, though.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like you'd think after 10 years of working on cars, I wouldn't have that issue.
No, I get that issue.
Yeah. And every once in a while, you actually come across a bolt that's reverse threaded or left-hand threaded, where it is lefty-tighty, righty-loosey.
Okay, guys, yeah.
That throws you for a loop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Curveball in there.
Yeah. You prepared some questions for us, and are we going to have an animation for this podcast?
Not this podcast, no.
No, that's okay.
Unless there's one in the beginning of this episode, then I would change. That would change things.
Yeah, that would change things. If you do pop out an animation, I'm sure everybody will be thankful for it. But if you don't get around to it, it is what it is. I said, we're busy and life's been hard.
Yeah, the first episode didn't get like a huge amount of traction, but if people did like the animation, I would be very happy to do another fan animation.
Yeah,
very happy.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's going to be hard to get instant traction on these podcast episodes. Since
no doubt.
This whole channel's been around like DIY working on cars, and here we are doing podcasts. It's like a pretty hard left turn.
This is a U-turn even, or like you might even be facing the same direction with how hard this left turn is.
I went all the way around the roundabout.
God, I'm gonna vomit. Stop turning the car.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Actually, did I toast my YouTube channel? Who knows? But at this point, I don't really care.
I did have some questions on it. This is you branching out into like long form content.
Extra long. Hard content.
I've seen you dip your toes in short form content.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's more Lauren's thing. It's hard for me, and the thing is these days short form content I feel like is so repetitive that it really doesn't do it for me, you know.
Yeah, right now
I can't be proud of it.
Well, it seems like it's a lot of memes.
A lot of memes.
So it's like if that gets traction, that's cool.
I love a funny meme, you know. If I get like a really funny 6-second video, that makes my day.
Yeah.
But those are so few and far between, you know. That's a gem when you find it, or as some people say, a mythical real pull.
Yeah. Yeah, those look a lot different to me though.
Yeah.
The mythical ones are ones that are usually
sometimes they're really bad. Really cringy, or like yeah, maybe something that shouldn't even be on the app. Yeah.
But I wanted to ask about your direction in podcasting. After these 4 episodes, have you gotten a pretty large amount of feedback, or do you have any directions you want to go with it?
Well, yeah, direction, that rhymes with erections, first of all.
Good catch.
So that's first things first. Second of all, there has been some loyal Crafting Cars followers leaving feedback in the comments, which thank you so much. Thank you so much. So what they wanted is a little bit more structure in the podcast, a little more organization, and as you see here, we're bringing it.
Amen. Amen. The setup has gotten better.
Yeah. And as far as video, I'm not going to change much. Audio is what was most important to me. However, in the video territory, I did just make the switch. I haven't edited my first video yet, but I did just make the switch to Adobe Premiere Pro.
Do like a boom or like an explosion right here with your new editing skills.
All right. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, people, they asked for more structure. And then, yeah, if they liked the podcast, there were some positive comments in there. And I think what's cool about the Crafting Cars podcast is this is really going to rein in the people that are here for us, you know, not just here because, I built a little 90s shitbox Civic in the garage.
They're here for you, you humble bastard.
They're here.
That's not a shitbox.
That race
So
car in the
humble.
garage. That street.
Oh my God.
All right, that street weapon in the garage
that
over there.
BMW in the garage.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, but so yeah, that's kind of the direction I'm going in. I'm not going to go too professional with video quality, or I'm not going to get a studio or anything. Now that I got the audio going and a decent editor, it's better audio, better video, Papa John's.
Amen. Better, better ingredients, better pizza,
Papa
less
John.
N-words.
Yeah.
Well, not like less usage of the N-word
Oh yeah.
than Papa John.
Did Papa John get?
Yeah,
killed
he
for
was
that?
the infamous.
I wasn't sure if he was the N-word or if he was the
No, he's white.
child
He
pictures.
used it. Oh God,
that was
That's
Jared from Subway. Yeah.
Rip challenge.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Talk about fast food going downhill. Not only is the quality getting worse, but the spokespeople. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, not too great.
No.
But we can change the subject from that. Who are people you do look up to in the podcast industry?
Oh, for sure. I love comedy podcasts. So I love Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. So Shane Gillis and Matt McCusker. I love watching their podcasts. Lauren's sister has a podcast called Reasonably Certain. And I actually asked her. She gave me feedback on her audio setup. So she actually recommended the Focusrite interface.
Focusrite's classic.
And Shure microphones. So she's using microphone stands and all that good stuff. She does solo pods. Can you believe that? All by herself.
Hashtag yapper.
Yeah, literally. But, so if you're into like girly things, check out Reasonably Certain Podcast. But
Plug.
Speaking of solo, plug. Speaking of solo podcasts, I also really like Theo Vaughn's podcast.
Oh hell yeah!
Because
not on my way here.
Not only is it comedy, it puts you in the mood, doesn't it? To do a podcast, it puts me in the mood. Not only is it comedy, but I like how he's a little bit more. How do you put it? He's a little bit more sensitive. He's a little bit more true to himself. He's a little bit more nuanced.
How many words
expressive.
Handsome.
He is handsome, yeah.
Great head of hair.
Beautiful head of hair. Yeah, not me.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I mean, since you just flashed me right there, I've noticed a lot of people in the car scene and in your comments want to know, is the hair shaved for like aerodynamic functions or for weight reduction reasons?
Yeah, so there is definitely some weight reduction. Aerodynamics, not really affected since I'm wearing a hat all the time. But when it comes to weight reduction, it might seem like, that's not going to be much.
But you were thick.
It was thick, yeah, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not really shaving that much weight. But I believe it was McLaren Senna, famous F1 Honda driver, that said every ounce counts.
Oh,
So,
gotcha.
yeah, if it was two equally powered cars side by side, everything the same, besides one was driven by Afton with long hair and one was driven by Afton with a buzz cut. Afton with the buzz cut, after 24 hours of Le Mans, is going to take the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Every ounce counts.
Amen.
So,
yeah, but with that mullet gang, I mean, being behind someone with a mullet and having that like just tickle your nose, that's quite the power move.
yeah, and just seeing them, well, it's like, they're going balls deep into the turns,
Yeah.
They're not holding back.
Yeah, but I don't know. If you were able to reach out for that rat tail and grab it, that is definitely a disadvantage too. That's why heroes shouldn't wear capes.
That's true. Yeah, that's from the Incredibles movie, right?
Yep.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why Mr. Incredible doesn't wear a cape. But he does wear that skin tight suit though.
Ooh, that
it hugs his body so
gripping
nice.
suit.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it's made out of that, isn't it like, I don't know what material it is. It's like some Kevlar material or something. Yeah, it's all but impenetrable.
Mm-hmm.
Like Fort Squidward.
So Theo Von, reasonably certain,
and Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast.
That's a good triple threat right there.
I used to like Stiff Socks podcast.
I remember that.
Yeah. I just got kind of sick of that.
I had one slumber party with Afton, and he's like, "Hey man, it's bedtime. Let's wind down a little.
You mind if I put a podcast on? Help me fall asleep."
Hey, it's Stiff Socks Podcast. We just came in some socks and we're two homies. And
I got kind of sick of like their content was a little bit just a little dirty.
It was funny. I can't believe
it's funny, but it's literally it's locker room talk.
It's so funny that that's what put you to sleep at night.
I know. I love like uplifting podcasts. I guess I'm not so like I get pretty bored if I was watching like true crime podcasts or something like that. That doesn't really do it for me. That does it for women, but not me.
I mean,
Does it do it for you?
Yeah. Whoa, man.
Whoa.
I'm.
You like
lump me in that category. I like true crime a lot.
Oh, okay.
God, I'm a fiend for it.
Fiend.
Can't get enough of it. But here I guess.
Yeah, I got a little structure on my phone too, if you want to. But yeah, I'll listen to another question from you here.
Podcast inspos are all good, and I think those make sense. I feel like we've talked about that before. Reasonably, that's cool that you shouted out a homie.
Yeah.
Do you have major YouTube channel inspirations right now?
Man, all the major YouTube channel inspirations are falling off, but some that I really like that are a little bit more underground. There's one called Checkpoint Japan, and they do a lot of like really nice filming in action. So they film drift cars and stuff, but it's like on the back roads, like twisty mountain roads, 4K, 60 frames per second, just really, really nice shots. And it's one of those things that the channel's not, it's good, but I think it's severely underrated. And it's because they don't do that fucking Mr. Beast style content. You know, they don't do the, I blew up. I totally totaled my,
clickbait
totally
titles,
awesome.
like really
they don't do that.
Annoying thumbnails.
They put out cinematic masterpieces.
That's cool.
Like every couple months, sometimes more. So that one's good. I like a channel called More Skids. That's a little bit more, just kind of like garage builds, hanging out with the homies. So I think those would probably be my favorites right now.
Cool.
Yeah, Mighty Car Mods is always a classic.
It's been a bit since we've gotten a cool like kind of a cinematic piece from you.
Yep.
Grid Life, I know, was amazing. I got to be a part of that.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
Are you trying to rip and tear a little bit out there and record it? It's been a while.
This winter, if Grid Life comes to a local lake near us, you better believe we're out there in the CRV. You better believe we'll be out there. Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a set of dedicated snow tires for the car, so you know what that means. We're going out there. I might throw some new wheels on that, 100%. John. So
I would love to go.
That was so fun. Yeah, you got anything else for me?
That kind of falls into a cool new projects territory, but do you have any new projects up and coming? The Honda's wide as fuck. Can't really go wider, I don't think.
No.
So what's next?
So there is new wheels coming for the Honda.
Oh shit.
Yeah, actually, I blew my load on some spendy boys from Japan, custom built to my spec.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
So bigger wheels.
bigger wheels.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Yeah.
going to make a difference.
So right now I've got smaller wheels spaced out. These ones, no spacers required.
Mhm.
They will be that wide. They got big lips on them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ooh, flapping.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I got that coming.
You're going to drive or you're going to fly with those lips?
I'm going to keep them polished. That's for sure.
Amen.
But yeah, so that's a big thing for the Civic. I got to, actually, yeah, there is more Civic content. I got to go balls deep into that tranny. So I mentioned it a little bit. I went through my entire suspension system, and I'm getting some noise when I'm exiting corners or taking sharp turns, especially out of the driveway. It's popping and cracking. Like I said, I went through all the suspension. That's not where the noise is coming from. It's coming from my differential, which is inside the transmission.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
that's where you
shit.
got to reach up in.
Yeah, so I'm going to pull the engine, tranny and everything, rip apart the transmission, take my time, replace any gears in there or anything that looks worn, and then put in a brand new upgraded limited slip differential that can handle the power. My current one is an OEM Integra Type R differential, and it's sweet, works good, but once you put a lot of cheese on it, it turns into a cracker.
Yeah. Keep those cheeses for like the grilled stuff.
Right. Yeah. So it is popping and cracking. So yeah, a little transmission work, and you know how it goes. Once I pull that engine out of the Civic and the engine bay is sitting there nice and bare, it's an open canvas. So maybe I'll refinish things in the engine bay, smooth it out, make it look nice.
Gotcha.
Maybe some wheel tubs or something. So that's all the Civic. Otherwise, I've just been focusing lately. If you haven't noticed, it's just been trying to get my shit running good.
Everything equally running.
Yeah. I had a period there. Not like a
Men bleed.
Yeah. Men bleed, yeah, but it's not that kind of period I'm talking about. It's just one of those times where everything starts breaking at once. I was mentioning that in the old podcast, but I'm on the upswing. Fixed an exhaust leak on the Stealth. I sealed up and replaced the petcock on the Honda Interceptor. I fixed the power steering on the Honda CR-V. Had a VTEC issue on the Honda CR-V. I fixed that.
Crafting cars industrial revolution going on. This is awesome.
Yeah. It was stressful, but we're coming out on top. So, yeah. I forgot what the original question was.
Just new projects.
Oh.
So that's a cool
that's it,
kind of
yeah.
look into the future.
Yeah.
As you get back into the engine bay, is it going to be important for you to show step-by-step processes?
Oh yeah. Yep. Because I think that's what the original audience wants. They like that DIY content, and you better believe I'm going to give it to them.
Oh, yeah. Counting with Afton. 1, 2, 3. 1 spark plug, 2 spark plugs.
3 spark plug, 4 spark plug. That's really all the amount of spark plugs I want to be dealing with.
I know. I don't want to say any more than 4.
Yeah, screw these V6 cars. Like, I think I mentioned a little bit on the last podcast, but like driving the Legend and driving the Stealth, it's cool, but maintenance on those cars is a bitch.
Yeah, I had the Honda Accord.
Yeah.
And the 6 spark plugs getting into all those cylinders was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, especially
100%.
like the rear ones that are covered up. Yeah, it can be tricky, but yeah. So they might be a little down on cheese until you throw a turbo on them, but the simplicity of an inline 4 is hard to beat.
There's a lot of cheese talk for someone who's lactose intolerant. This is crazy.
Yeah, dude. I'm still like pushing the limits. So yeah, a lot of people know me as someone who pushes the limits in the motorsport industry, but I'm also pushing the limits on my dairy consumption.
Yeah, your bowels.
Yeah. I mean, I'll start my day with a bowl of cottage cheese and blueberries.
You're a freak.
I
Okay,
know.
so
I can't live without it.
That brings up a question, and I think this kind of answers it too. What makes your engine rev? And it seems like cottage cheese and blueberries do, a little bit at least.
Yeah, as far as like fueling my body throughout the day, that would be that. But if you're talking what gets me excited,
Yeah.
these days
What gets you like,
these days it's honestly seeing like the people around me get excited, like seeing you excited for the podcast.
podcast day.
Like that gets me excited. Seeing Lauren get excited for fall activities, or she calls them slaytivities.
Oh my
Can you believe these Gen Z women and their
God.
lingo? Yeah, seeing that kind of stuff. My sister got a new car, Volkswagen Tiguan. So yeah, seeing the people around me get excited is what's really been revving my engine. Positive feedback on the YouTube channel. That's pretty cool. As far as like my normal hobbies and stuff, they haven't been exciting me as much lately. It feels a little bit more like a to-do list lately.
Ooh.
But that is where, I'm on some medication and stuff, and I'm trying to get back into my old youthful happy self.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not to take like a negative turn, but and I think part of it just getting burnt out.
Yeah.
This weekend though, I did take a long weekend, so I feel like I really recharged my batteries. I took Friday and Sunday night off. So
badass.
yeah, that's helped a lot. So yeah,
I think you seem great. You look youthful, look healthy.
thank you. I do stay healthy. Yeah, I'm like, it doesn't matter what's really going on up in the old noggin. I got to show up for my job. I got to show up for my girlfriend. I got to show up for my subscribers.
And podcast day.
And I got to show up for podcast day. And honestly, I love podcast day now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad you've been keeping to it.
Yeah, I got a therapist now. I had my first therapy appointment on Friday, and I call him. He looks kind of like Jelly Roll.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so he's cool, easy to talk to, and it was easy to talk to her.
Spit on that thing.
Yeah.
Well, not your therapist. I'd say
Spit your
keep
childhood trauma on that.
Oh
thing.
God.
But yeah, what's been cool about that is, yeah, it's pretty much just like conversation like we're having now, and it's confidential and everything. But yeah, it's like I was like 30 minutes into it, and I'm like, we're
This
talking.
should be a podcast.
And that's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, I was like, Jelly Roll, grab the mic.
Oh my God.
Why didn't you bring your studio mics here? We could have been recording this.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's been going good, and I think it's gonna be helpful. So
That's good.
Yeah.
Hell, gotcha. Let's break things up a little bit. New segment.
say new car news there.
Not new car news. I'm gonna show you some pictures.
Okay.
And you're gonna tell me what car represents each.
Oh,
So today we're doing horses.
okay.
So you're gonna see a picture of this horse, and you have to just let me know
And
what car this horse would be.
I can't cheat and say Mustang for everyone. That'd be lame.
Well, if it's a Mustang, I mean, I understand. So
All right,
it's
I'll
like,
let it run. Okay. That one looks like an Opel Tigra. One from probably the early 90s. Those are popular ice race vehicles. So yeah, that's the vibe that one's giving me.
Really?
Yeah, side by side with an Opel Tigra.
all right, throw it up there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see it. One is like a biological creature, and one is like some kind of manufactured vehicle. So I don't really see it, actually.
Were you asking me what car it
No,
reminds
I'm
me
fucking
of?
with you. Okay. All right.
Oh, okay. Damn. That looks like, man. What? Instantly, I'm thinking Volkswagen.
That does give a Volkswagen vibe. Maybe it's
yeah.
the gray tone. I mean, like, German was in such like a depressive state for a long time.
I
so.
want to say, let me Google just to make sure. For some reason, Volkswagen Corrado comes to mind.
I'd say double check that one, yeah.
Yeah, that's one we're definitely gonna have to double check. I might even be pronouncing that wrong. Oh no, Corrado.
It looks like he'd pronounce something wrong.
Okay, what do you think?
The middle part, the teeth kind of do resemble the grill a little
the
bit.
square front on it, stocky build.
I like that. Yeah, that works well.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind one of those cars though. Although that
Oh,
horse
no
is
doubt.
hideous, that car is pretty tight.
I don't know if that thing would get you too far.
No. What the hell? What is that? What is the face on that
Kind
thing?
of looks like a Miata.
Has that one been... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say that one's going to be a first generation Miata. You're 100% right.
Right.
Maybe one that's like falling apart though.
Yeah, a
Like,
little
first
bit.
generation Miata, but the front bumper's falling off.
And the trunk's full.
And I'm sure I could find a picture.
Go for it.
Oh, that one's going to be kind of gives me a Porsche vibe. Maybe it's
that's cool.
Maybe it's the big eyes and kind of the really round front end.
The
Just like-
inward knees a little bit.
just like a Porsche, where it's kind of sleek. It's got, the fenders are wide, but it tucks in the center
Mhm.
where you kind of enter the car. Got a rounded front end, a nice kind of smooth nose, and then the big bulgy eyes. I'm thinking Porsche. We'll just say any like early 2000s Porsche Carrera.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, those are the horses I got for you. And Afton's cars, he ties up with them. In the comments below, let us know how you feel about these
Yeah, I'll put
whips and nays.
1, 2, 3, and 4 up there, and you could put your corresponding car guesses on there too.
Mhm. Awesome.
So let me bust open my notepad here.
Go for it.
Remember that time we went 2 up on a bird scooter?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
Saving money.
Yeah, bird scooter alone, saving money. But you're going 2 up, saving money, saving the environment.
Getting close.
Yeah, but don't you remember somebody? What did somebody say to us?
Can you bleep it?
I can bleep it. Really?
Yeah, you fucking faggots.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
Bleep
basically
both of those.
insinuating that we like men.
Yeah, kind of.
Just because we like saving the environment. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
No.
to be fair, I was kind of wearing you like a backpack,
Yeah.
but it was working.
Yeah. And he's over there chilling on the original bird scooter, you know, his shoes. Lame.
Yeah, weak as fuck. Where are you getting
Yeah.
with those?
Yeah. Oh my, you go like maybe a couple blocks. We can go across town.
Mm-hmm. What are you gonna piggyback your friend?
Yeah.
No, we're birding.
Yeah.
Bird up.
That's what I'm saying. So that was a pretty cool experience. Let's see. Yeah.
Jesus, that was a terrible experience. No, it was good. It was funny.
It's one that we'll always look back on. But yeah, in the
It was
meantime,
funny
it's like,
that
what the hell, man?
they came on to us and then they instantly directed all their fury towards Mikey.
Oh yeah. Understandable though.
That was funny.
Yeah, the microphone, it makes me feel like MF Doom, you know. Chilling
Oh.
off the meat grinder.
And the beat grinder.
Schmeat grinder. Feet finder.
Rewind.
Yeah, I was at the Savers thrift store the other day with Lauren, and I mean, she'll be there for an hour. And I mean, one thing you got to look out for is if you get someone there with like maybe like a rolled up beanie, maybe, you know, some like real big pants,
God, Jankos.
it's like you might as well just turn around and leave because
Yeah, jank off, bro.
Yeah, the thrift is already picked over.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my favorite parts about the Savers in Woodbury there is there's a Taco Bell right next to it. And as you know, Taco Bells, they can be hit or miss.
Mm-hmm. Did it hit that day?
It hits every day.
Really?
The Woodbury Taco Bell is quality. They're putting out like Don Julio's level tacos.
Damn.
Just neat. A good finish on them things. The drinks are good.
It's not spilling out.
Nothing. Yeah. Oh my God.
It's not trying to escape. It's not
that's
soggy.
That's the worst. You know, that is the worst. Yeah. Really good food presentation. It's always hot and fresh. The nacho fries aren't cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time. And it's right next to the Savers. So anytime Lauren's like, oh, let's go to Savers thrift store, instantly in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's Taco Bell time. And
What a devious little mind you got there.
one thing I thought was kind of funny and just kind of popped in my mind while we were thrift shopping there was a lot of thrift stores like Goodwill, I don't know if they have bathrooms, but the Savers did have a bathroom. And I'm wondering if that's only because it's next door to a Taco Bell.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I would.
And I used it too.
Pre or post Taco Bell?
Post Taco Bell. Is that even a question?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
So that came in handy. Yeah. Let's see. What else do I got on my little docket here? Oh, yeah. You know, I have thought about repainting the Civic. I know it sounds crazy because I just painted that thing. But you see that BMW up there, how it's silver and blue?
Yeah.
If I really want to replicate that, John, I could go silver and blue. And one of the big motivators for me right now is the black paint scratches and swirls so damn easy. Holy crap, is it hard to keep a black?
That's not something you want to see.
No, it's like before going to every meet, you got to bust out the polisher. It sucks.
Yeah, I've seen Afton spend days hand polishing cars.
You think I want to do that again?
No, you're insane, I think. I think you're going to do it again.
Yeah. But blue and silver, so much easier to keep clean.
Really?
So much easier to keep from swirling. The black shows everything.
I do remember a comment like asking if you're going to add blue accents.
Hey, that's a good eye. Yeah. And I think I responded to the comment, if I get bored, it's going to happen.
And then you do have all the red accents inside right now, so I really love the color scheme you got going. I'm sorry it's such a bitch.
Yeah, I know. I love the color scheme too, especially being colorblind. The red.
It makes sense.
Yeah, the gray, black, and white works perfect for me. So there's that. But the one thing is black cars, they swirl, they scratch easy, they show imperfections like nothing. White cars, I love them, but the birds love to shit on them.
Birds love to shit on white cars?
I think so.
Well, it blends in, don't it?
We could look it up, see if that's a fact. But in my experience, it's like a target to them. I don't know.
They're programmed differently. Yeah.
So I don't know if that's some sort of.
Have you ever been shit on by a bird?
No.
I've gotten hit once in my life.
Really?
Yeah, it's a pretty small % chance of that happening.
Yeah,
but
I
got hit right in the shoulder.
It's like almost like getting struck by lightning.
I ran home after that. I was sad.
Really?
I was a young one. Yeah, so I got shit on and then I just sprinted the rest of the way. It was so sad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see what else I got here. Oh, I had a crazy dream the other day.
Let's hear it.
I don't know if it's like the new medication talking, but it was. So I went to a Tool concert once, right?
Mm-hmm.
This dream was even better than that.
Oh shit.
It was like I was in, say, like the XL. What do you call that? The XL Energy Center.
Yep.
So concert stadium. You know, seats all the way around. It's nice and dark in there. But instead of a stage in the middle, it was kind of like a black abyss. But there was water in there, and the water was reflecting the lights in the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Inside that black abyss with the water, there's stone pillars coming up. On those stone pillars, you have like Maynard there performing songs, singing. And it was like music that I'd never heard before. He was performing songs that I'd never heard before, but I loved it. It sounded so good. I'm like, this is good stuff. Meanwhile, in this whole abyss in the center, there's like people diving off these pillars into the water. And it's like I'm watching a Tool music video because there's like crazy art and like crazy figures under the water moving around. It was insane.
You don't normally have this like.
I've never had a dream like this.
Damn.
I texted my sister and I texted Lauren. I'm like, this is the coolest dream I ever had. It was actually better than the Tool concert.
Your brain's just thinking differently.
I guess so.
I'm glad you're able to excite yourself like that.
Yeah, it was
pretty
cool.
neat.
Yeah, it was definitely one. And then before that dream too, I had another pretty vivid one that I was in a go-kart running from the cops back in Hudson, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
I was going down Main Street
funny.
there, kind of where like the Arby's is and the Menards is and stuff.
Holy shit.
And I remember those streets in my mind. And here I am like running from the cops in this little go-kart. And I actually got away from them, John.
Well, you're pretty good on the go-kart. It's been a while since I've seen you rip one of those things around. I
know.
actually was just on your channel, and one of the videos that gets recommended at
That
the
one
top.
always gets recommended. Yeah.
Crafting Cars Go Go-Karting.
I know why. It's because when you Google craft or when you put crafting cars in the search bar, that video obviously has crafting cars in the title. That's why it's got to be coming up. That's my theory.
Think there's changes you can make to how you type your titles or put your thumbnails out that aren't exactly clickbaity but would help in the algorithm?
Yes. And AI is a tool that can help you with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've plugged a couple into AI before and like, hey, how can I make this a little better? Seems like simple, but hit the buzzwords.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah. And the videos that do really well are not the niche specific videos. It's just like, oh, remove clear coat scratches.
Yeah, well,
That's
things that everyone's going to need to do.
Those are the ones that blow up. And I wish more of my niche videos blew up instead of like basic ones like that, you know?
Yeah.
Or like Gideon's got one just like how to clean an engine block. So many people want to know that
That's
one,
funny.
you know?
Understandable.
So, but a lot of those videos, those generic ones, I made so long ago. And back then, the videos weren't like as good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm trying to make a good impression, I hope they click on something new.
The videos weren't that good.
They're all right.
I liked them. I like the music montages.
Yeah.
No Tool on your music montages, but you were doing royalty-free stuff, right? For the most part.
Yeah. And back then, I got dicked so many times, and that sounds gross. But what I mean by that,
Not dick down.
yeah, that's not any better. What I mean by that is, I had music that was royalty free or told that it was royalty free on YouTube.
Oh, I see.
I'd hit that YouTube to MP3 downloader.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be fine for 6 months. I'd be making money on the video. Then all of a sudden, they decide to copyright claim that. So that's a trap. For those of you out there that want to start a YouTube channel, do not use royalty-free music off of YouTube
specifically.
Yeah. Find a program, a subscription-based program. I use Epidemic Sound, and that keeps me covered.
Well, I'm pretty sure, doesn't YouTube have like bots that can like trace audio or video back to a video?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Automatically?
Yep.
So yeah, I guess taking a video straight off of YouTube, even if it says one thing.
There's no escaping it. I'm going to double check to make sure the camera's recording, just in case.
Shit. We can just animate the podcast to a point too. I wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah, it's good. It's recording. We're 35 minutes in. So
Oh, hell yeah.
it feels like it's been longer. This is a pretty good action-packed podcast. Yeah.
What kind of noise did that make?
Probably up. So
Probably
what's one of your favorite foods from when you were a kid? I was thinking about this the other day.
I was a big lasagna boy.
I was not.
Really?
I hate lasagna.
This is the only way I could like put cottage cheese in my body actually was if it was mixed into lasagna.
Yeah, my mom put cottage cheese in lasagna too.
It's a cheap replacement to like a nice ricotta. And you don't really notice it that much.
Right. Yeah. I actually might prefer it.
It's kind of healthy alternative too.
High in protein.
Yeah, low in calorie.
Yeah. One thing for me is, I don't know about you, but like with cheese, I think I told you this before. I like it gooey and melty, and same with like the noodles and stuff. I like them soft. Some people like this, but I absolutely despise it when the cheese is like burnt on the sides or the noodles get burnt. I fucking hate that, but so many people love it.
It's only because it's on the edge, right? If the whole thing was crusty as fuck,
I still don't like it.
really.
Yeah. And I'll taste it too. If you have like one tiny speck of like burnt cheese or burnt noodle in a whole lasagna, needle in a haystack style, I'll find it and I will puke.
It was crazy going to lunch with Afton.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Picky man, yeah.
Good. He
I was
would
cold
just
lunch baby though.
the faces he would make while I'd sit across from him eating a Caesar salad.
Oh
just
God, I'm
judging me.
I'm so sensitive to that stuff. Yeah, especially on like a hot summer day when someone squirts some Caesar dressing and some ranch. Oh my God, I wanted to puke.
That beautiful sour stench that comes out of that.
Oh God, one of the worst
fluorescent white
days of high school. I think I was wearing a blue and black flannel, which first mistake. But I'm wearing this blue and black flannel I bought from Menards, right? And you know, you guys were fucking around at the lunch table as per usual. Someone had a ranch packet, and you guys would open those so willy-nilly. You're like, oh, let me just squeeze the fuck out of it. Yeah, you hit the grip challenge on those things until they burst it all over your plate.
I want all that ranch out in one instant.
Yeah, literally. And you get it on your hands.
Finger licking,
it would cause me so much anxiety when you guys squeeze those things. And one day he squeezed it, and my worst fears were realized as the ranch squirted out of the packet and got on my blue flannel.
Exposure therapy.
Thank you. I immediately went to the bathroom to scrub it off, but I could not get that fucking stench on my fucking blue flannel. And so I had it in my locker for a while, and eventually I just threw it out because I'm like, there is no saving this.
Rancid in your locker.
And I'm not putting this thing in the damn washing machine with my other clothes.
Gonna ranch it up.
Yeah, so that thing, no, I'm not ranching up my laundry machine. As cool as you made that sound. No, so I ended up throwing away that flannel.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. It wasn't for me, but looking back on it, just kind of like that stuff. Yeah, it's fun to look back on. It's
definitely.
Funny.
No,
I still hate ranch. Nothing's changed.
I've seen some rage scenes at lunch.
Yeah, they were used to like, oh, I'm gonna mix ketchup and milk on my lunch tray.
I didn't do stuff like that.
And then I'm gonna dip my
I
carrot
definitely thought it was
it.
funny when other people did.
Yeah, I did for a little bit in 5th grade, but one of my favorite foods was just tacos. My mom would make homemade or not homemade, but tacos out of the Ortega taco kit.
Gotcha.
You are Ortega or Old El Paso kid? Blue box or yellow box? You remember?
Oh, it was Old El Paso actually.
Really?
I think
That's what me and Lauren do. But when I was
pretty
a kid, Ortega all the way.
We were pretty like government assistance food and off-brand, like everyday essentials. We were pretty cheap back in the day. So I didn't have Ortega or El Paso actually.
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen like Great Value or any like everyday essentials. I wonder if they offer a taco kit. I don't think they do.
Yeah, we didn't do taco kits. But they did the seasoning packets, and
individual ingredients.
They make their meat and usually turkey taco.
Ooh, yeah, we did. I think we did that. It was mostly beef, but I think it was turkey.
We had really white tacos. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like my tan I just accumulated is going away just talking about what my mother fed me as a child.
I had extremely white tacos. Yeah.
Fucking shit.
Like I loved them though.
A family staple was unseasoned chili.
Yeah.
With chunky tomatoes and
but that hit different in the wintertime.
And cornbread. Yeah, the cornbread made it though.
Oh yeah.
And then what was it? Tater tot casserole.
That's a Midwestern classic. My mom never made that, thank God.
Yeah. No, I actually liked it. It was fun. It was different, you know. It was cool flavor. It wasn't really like anything else, so I didn't mind it too much. My dad made better food.
Oh, okay.
Not gonna lie.
Really, it was the opposite. My dad, if my mom was gone, my dad would bust out like the Pop-Tarts, toaster strudel, or mac and cheese. Those are what my dad did.
Yeah, I guess the meal, when I ate with my dad, it was like, I was already like 15, 16, and we would just like cook a steak together and like saute a bunch of veggies up in that bitch. And it was such a beautiful, he could just mix anything in the house and make it taste good. He made goulashes.
Really?
A lot of goulashes, a lot of soups, a lot of jambalaya.
You aspire to be that good in the kitchen, whipping it up?
I would love to. Yeah.
I think you can.
I'm a big rasa pasta guy. I like making rasa pasta.
If you watch Ratatouille, one of the big takeaways from that show is
Grow some hair.
anybody can cook. And growing some hair helps, and wearing a hat and getting a rat under there, that would help you out if you're starting from scratch. But that's where all good cooks start. So
yeah, I had this I put this rat in my beanie and it just started like kind of gnawing into my scalp.
And it didn't help
It made
you cook
cooking
at all?
a little more difficult, actually.
Damn, where'd you get it? You got to find it from like the right spot.
Really?
Yeah, you got to be in Paris. I think
Oh,
that's one of the big things.
I've not left the country.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was I haven't either actually. Unless you count.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not here complaining about that. We're in the best country in the world, right?
Yeah, I would like to.
I'd like to go to Paris.
It'd be really lame if I wasn't a patriot or excited about being American and I haven't fucking left.
You got to have some sort of hope, right?
What am I doing?
That's all we have. Anyway, I think that was part of the beginning of the movie is they were in the sewers or whatever. Obviously, Ratatouille is a huge, or Remy, huge cooking fanatic. He eventually escapes the sewers or gets on top of a tall building, and he finds out that he's in Paris the whole time.
Beautiful.
The people in Paris.
Let's check your roof. Let's see where we are.
Yeah. I think we're in Minnesota, unfortunately. So yeah, as far as we got some cool things coming up here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Car news.
So yeah, you gotta love online articles when the ads popping up.
Gross.
But Ferrari just dropped. There has been some like stricter EPA restrictions, but to combat that, Ferrari dropped an all new V12 naturally aspirated Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's kind of weird looking. Let's see if I can get past all these.
Cool gamer chairs they got in there.
Yeah. I think. What do you think about that? It doesn't scream Ferrari to me.
It almost looks like a Corvette kind of with how long the nose is, huh?
Yeah. How
It's
short the butt
interesting.
is. It looks kind of more like a muscle, yeah. Kind of like a Supra a little bit. But anyway, it's got a V12, glorious V12.
Do you
they
think
say.
we're going to be like at a point in our lives like 20 years down the line, like because we both drive cars normally that are like 2 decades older, right?
Yeah.
Do you think at like when you're 40, you're going to be driving that thing around like it's some kind of nostalgic mobile?
That Ferrari or like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, like
In
if these
20 years from now, do
yeah,
you think
I think
you're
about
gonna...
that too. Like the new Civics right now, are they going to turn into nostalgia? They have to. If history repeats itself, it will.
I mean, I wouldn't mind driving like a nice... I like my 2018 Ford Focus right now. I hate how
in
it
20
picks
years,
up,
will it
but...
be a classic? It just might.
Mm-hmm.
I think like the Ford Focus ST and the Ford Focus RS are going to be a little bit more.
As long as it has a hatch, I don't care.
Yeah.
God, I just want to open that back up.
But this Ferrari, they call it the 12 Cylindry. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's 2-seater, 6.5 liter V12. You get it in a
You
coupe.
drink all those?
Or the only 12 cylinders I can afford now is a 12 pack of Coors Banquets.
Amen.
Yeah,
I'll
so-
split that with you.
Hell, that'd be great. It's making 819 horsepower at... Oh yeah, that's one of the cool parts. Although it's a V12, it still revs to 9,250 RPM, which is crazy for that big of an engine.
Yeah, it is wild.
That is why usually you're only revving 4 cylinders in motorcycles and stuff like that. Peak torque is a modest, in quotations, 500 foot-pounds. I don't think that's modest. That's pretty impressive. And then, yeah, a lot of it comes on early. So that's all I got to say about that. Pretty controversial because of the looks, but performance is there. And with every year, EPA regulations getting stricter and stricter, it's kind of cool that they busted out with that. Like, we don't care. Check this out.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need a turbo. We don't need a hybrid system. We can still make plenty of cheese with our high revving V12.
Yeah, you're not pressing X and nitro in this thing. You don't need to.
You don't need to. Step on the gas and enjoy
Sit back.
some Italian.
Engineering.
That's right.
So I think this would be a good time to just ask for comments about whether anybody gets really excited on this channel about new car facts.
Right, yeah.
I think, obviously, you don't need to talk about every new car piece of info that comes out, but...
I think I'm only going to talk about stuff that speaks to me or stuff that's like really shocking.
Mhm.
This is an exception here.
Yeah, did you hear about the Teslas that are like doing circumcisions now?
I did hear about that. I've seen videos, and that's like a new standard I've seen. Like, I saw on Lauren's TikTok the other day, they were testing like multiple different hatches to see like, oh, okay, if you close it on, say, like a carrot or a cucumber,
Yeah.
will it circumcise it?
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of them don't. It's like, is that really necessary?
Yeah, and with the AI now, they're like turning these Teslas into reformed, like Orthodox rabbis, and now they're just having them do these circumcisions on these Jewish children.
And it's like, okay, now you have all these. It's like all these new accessories in the cars, like, yeah, circumcision.
Mhm.
Obviously, you want to avoid that. But like they put coolers in cars now. So like
For
those
beverages, for your beer?
Well, in those same cars, it would be all beef hot dogs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Frank's, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just little additions to that. It's like, is it really necessary? They're going crazy with all the safety features in cars now. Were that many people slamming their fingers in the hatchbacks?
Well, I mean, but isn't the whole point that there were not that many safety features actually?
That is true. Yeah,
With the Cybertruck.
Yeah. It was still breaking fingers, even though they tried to avoid
hilarious.
it. Yeah. I was surprised with the video Lauren showed me how many cars are actually integrating this same thing.
Circumcision feature?
Right. But they're actually not breaking any. They're not cutting off any skin.
Yeah. Just the skin that we don't need.
right. It depends who you ask, I suppose. But yeah. So on to the next topic here. Yep. Let's see. Oh, remember that Honda Fit we drove?
Yeah, we fit in it pretty damn well.
We did. I'm not a big fan of the exterior of that car, but it was fun to drive.
Dude, I wish we could have just played human Tetris in there a little more. Messed around with the seats.
That's what it's all about. It's got a whole bunch of different orientations. You could flip the seats, so you can literally fit whatever you want in that, John.
Yep. 2 dudes, 1 Honda Fit, infinite possibilities.
Yeah. And gas mileage is good. Everything in there is shrunken down. Like the shifter is so small in your hand. The gas pedals are so small. The wheel's so small.
I really wish that would have been a reliable ride. That would have been a lot of fun. I
Classic small dealership ripoff.
Fucking brutal. Yeah. I'm glad I have a car from an actual dealership. I can't wait to pay it off.
Yeah.
Which hopefully will be actually soon.
That was baloney, but yeah, it was like we were in a tight spot. Go to look at this car. It looked very promising, priced right. Yeah, priced right for a working Honda Fit.
Yeah.
20 minutes into our test drive, check engine light flashes, and the clutch starts slipping. They thought we wouldn't notice.
That's why I bring Afton everywhere with me.
They didn't realize they were messing with crafting cars.
Yeah, I was gonna say it just like that, but you took the word and tone right out of my mouth.
Oh, and we're on the same wavelength then.
Podcast day,
and we're hooked up to the same interface, so that might be why.
Yeah, plugged in.
So yeah, I couldn't believe that. I hate small dealerships pulling scams like that. And then we come back and I confront them about it, and they're like, "Oh, for the same price, we'll throw in a new clutch." Like, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You remember they
can't backtrack like that. Because there has to be something else wrong.
Because
they're willing to backtrack on that.
Yeah, because at first, like they started out with there's nothing wrong with the car, and then once they realized that, yeah, obviously I know this clutch is slipping, then they're like, okay, well, yeah, we'll throw in a clutch.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Oh, that pissed me off. Yeah, it's hit or miss with those small dealerships. Sometimes you get a gem. Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, comment your dealership horror stories down below.
Yes.
If you've been screwed over or attempted to be screwed over, whether it's Facebook Marketplace horror stories, small dealership horror stories, or even if that big man is sticking to you. Big
Ford dealership,
Honda dealership.
Hyundai.
Ooh.
Kia. Acura.
Okay, I was wondering if
Kawasaki.
Oh my God.
Yamaha. Mitsubishi.
So Yamaha make keyboards and motorcycles?
Yamaha's got their fingers in everything, just like Mitsubishi, where they've got electronics, keyboards, motorcycles. They make engines too. They made an engine for the Ford Taurus Show, super high output.
Oh shit!
I believe they made an engine for the Toyota Celica, the 2ZZ engine.
Okay.
And they helped develop the Toyota Supra 2JZ engine.
Damn, really? The Celica? Okay, gotcha.
So
those are some sporty whips.
Yeah, they've got really, I don't know, they're good. They're good at what they do. Yamaha really doesn't miss.
Music to my ears. Yeah.
You could say that. Yeah, they really don't miss. They got their fingers in some of the best engines of all time.
You've had your fingers in a lot of engines.
Yeah, mostly inline 4-cylinders, but right now
I got 5 fingers, so it's kind of hard to make that step to 6, right?
Yeah, it was hard, but I'm doing it. I'm currently 18 hours in to a head gasket replacement job on my Acura Legends. 18 hours of labor, and I'm just about hitting the halfway mark.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Can you believe that? I've been filming it all on time lapse because I have no other option.
The Legend, yeah, I haven't seen you drive that.
Yeah,
That's brutal.
it's parked at a diesel shop
so
right now.
you've been doing the Dodge Stealth.
Yep, I've been repping the Stealth.
Mhm.
Me and Lauren were sharing a car for the longest time.
CRV.
CRV, yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, just because it gets good gas mileage, it's reliable and stuff. I get to keep the miles off the Stealth. But because of Lauren's new job and new work schedule, I'm back to driving the Stealth. So
I respect it though.
yeah.
So I know you like whipping that thing.
I do like
it's a
whipping it.
spaceship.
It's fun. Yeah.
dude.
Had an exhaust leak for the longest time that was making me mad, but I recently fixed that. But then another one popped up.
Another exhaust leak?
Yeah. Dude,
You gotta do the same thing again, or
yeah, kind of. I got.
you have to do it differently this time?
I'm gonna wait until next year. Underneath the car, I noticed the exhaust had a lot of corrosion on it.
Oh,
so
okay.
next year, I'm just gonna go
Gotcha.
complete exhaust on that John. Brand new everything.
Awesome.
I don't have the money for it right now, but maybe next year I'll be able to swap it out.
But that's been like a Midwest car its whole life, right? So
It has.
it makes sense.
For a car from 1992,
That's
it's not
that's
bad that
crazy.
just now I'm replacing the exhaust.
Yeah,
you know?
that's wild.
Especially since that gets a lot of heat cycles and it corrodes pretty easy.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure a lot of the listeners are Midwest also.
yeah,
so
yeah.
Salt life.
I think, and it's actually only like 50% of Crafting Cars viewers. I'll have to pull up the analytics, but I think 50% or 60% are from the United States.
Oh,
a lot
really?
of them are from other countries, and
Oh,
yeah, a lot of
awesome.
them use closed captions.
Cool.
Yeah, so
That's really cool. What the
yeah,
hell?
yeah. So I like seeing that. My grandpa's got a karaoke machine.
Lucky bastard.
I know. So they're big into that. So he's in Trailer Estates down there in Florida. Hope they're doing okay right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's not in Florida right now. He's a little bit offshore, so it's not like he's on the beachfront or anything.
Yeah,
so
it's
he
like
should be
wet
good.
in Florida right now.
And they do put all those trailers up on blocks. So if it does flood,
okay.
they're going to be all right
Okay.
for the most part. Their lawn ornaments, their plants.
Throwback to the Florida trip video. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was
That
fun.
one had probably the best use of montages, I think. You
cool.
put a lot of emphasis on your grandpa and staying with him in that video. It was
Yeah,
funny.
that one was cool.
There's some cool hot tub scenes,
Oh, yeah.
karaoke scenes.
Yeah, I'll put a clip
That
there.
was, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I did watch the Florida trip with
Yeah.
Lauren too.
One thing I wanted to touch on today was, a lot of people, they're pretty biased to like their Hondas and Toyotas, and they speak about like, oh, they're reliable. There's a ton of parts availability for them. So keep them on the road is actually pretty simple, pretty cheap, pretty easy, right? So cars like, your Camry or your old Camry or like the Honda CRV, Honda Civic and stuff. What I've found is, yes, there is a lot of aftermarket for them. There is a lot of parts for them. But currently, like the parts that you find at O'Reilly's or AutoZone or even Rock Auto, garbage.
Really?
Yeah, if you want to keep, replace the parts on these cars, but maintain what we love about them, which is the
Integrity.
reliability and the integrity, you have to buy the OEM, original equipment
Okay,
manufactured parts.
Of course.
Now, when you're trying to buy the original equipment manufactured parts that were made back in the 90s or the early 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
it's been 20 years and they're getting rare. Therefore, they're getting expensive.
Shit.
So keeping these cheap and easy to maintain cars on the road is actually
Getting more difficult.
getting more difficult if you want to do it right.
Mm-hmm.
If you just want to throw cheap parts at it, you can get by. But that's not what we love about the cars. You'll ruin the reliability by throwing the cheap parts at it.
Yep.
So that's is that considered an oxymoron?
Well, you're a fucking moron if you throw those cheap parts at it. That's
Yes,
for
you are.
goddamn sure.
You're a cheap ass.
Yeah,
That's something you do if you don't own the car, right?
Mhm.
That's something that small dealership would do.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, no, that is actually a perfect.
And it is
example.
like it's the integral parts, brake calipers, alternator, power steering pumps. Get this. How much do you think an OEM power steering pump for the 2006 Honda CRV is?
God, let me guess. Oh yeah. Don't tell me it's more than 200.
$870.
kidding me?
$870, and it doesn't even come with the pulley. You gotta put your old pulley on
yeah,
there.
the disc drive's separate.
Yeah. The Sony disc drive comes separate.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh. So that's the kind of shit I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a little. I don't know if a lot
There
of
is
you
a
guys
lack
can
of
relate.
integrity in the parts department right now, huh?
Yeah, don't put the Taiwan alternator on your car, please. You're gonna have to replace it in 5,000 miles.
Yeah.
Starters too.
I replaced a few of my brake calipers on my Honda. That was
Yeah.
a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it can. The second something strips out or breaks, man, it's a bitch. Then you
And
got
then it's
bleeding
like-
afterwards.
And then it's one thing after another. Like
Mhm.
you replace that, then that, then that.
Yeah,
then
like just the just earlier this summer, I did the brakes on Lauren's CRV, and one of the lug nuts didn't come all the way off, and it snapped
Oh my fucking God,
snapped
dude.
the lug stud.
Two of my tires, and then a tire again. All of the lug nuts snapped over and over again. It was so fucking annoying.
That's so annoying.
Well,
That's
that was a
another
super
Midwest
old
thing
car.
too.
Yeah.
But yeah, not good. Let's see if I got anything else on here before I guess we just freestyle.
Okay. I'll check mine too.
Yeah, remember the freestyle days when we'd hang out at your house after the club and put on a Earl Sweatshirt type beat.
any beat with like a really sad looking Bart Simpson, or like Bart Simpson with a bandana.
Yeah, or maybe
Like a
Bart
teardrop
Simpson
under his eye.
looking sad, sitting on a ledge, maybe driving his car.
Yeah.
Those
Well,
are
there's
usually the good ones.
If there's a beat with like SpongeBob with his eyes all purple and puffy, like shooting up a needle, like a picture of that, then you know that's gonna be a banger.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you got a picture in your head.
I'll put a picture on screen. I can do you one better, and I'll put a picture on the screen.
Let's see.
So what else do I got here? So yeah, I touched on all the issues I had with the cars, my dream. I like tacos. Oh, I have got to talk about third shift. Yeah. So yeah, because of this little mental health journey I'm going on right here, a lot of people are quick to blame that on third shift.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, and statistically, it absolutely does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I have worked both, and I thrive on third shift.
I mean, it definitely, not everybody works the same. So right. I think it's very understandable for you to enjoy your third shift. There's third shift for a reason, right? I mean, there's plenty of third shift workers. Not all of them can hate it.
Yeah. And some people, they do it for like 5 years and they'll tell you, oh, I had to get out of it. You know, it was killing me. And then there's some people I know at my workplace, and they work for third shift for 40 years and they're just fine.
To be fair, I mean, do anything for 5 years, you're going to start to hate it.
Yeah, true.
I guess these big brain guys and people with doctorates are like, yeah, that photon energy, they want you to eat that up in the morning.
Right.
It's pretty important.
Keeping your sleep schedule solid. So although it's altered, although it's shifted, keep it consistent is huge. And then, yeah, get that photon energy. If you're not getting it, take your vitamin D supplements. Have you seen over on the kitchen counter all those suppies I got?
Ooh, yeah, dude. Gummies, suppies, Slurpees.
Toasted raviolis.
Lychee
jellies.
Jellies.
Yeah.
God, those are weird.
I like them. But anyway, I had those for the first time and like...
Let's just set one up on camera real quick for the audience.
All right. Hold this microphone really delicately.
I'm gripping it.
So this is a lychee jelly. So basically, it is a jelly-like substance, and lychee's like a small Chinese coconut-looking thing. And I'm gonna slurp it up for you guys.
All right. Maybe we can probably get a little noise action in here too.
Okay. Those are good.
What a segment.
That's the beauty of video editing. So we're good there.
Adobe Premiere Pro right here.
You better believe it.
Consider yourself a pro yet, or
no? I thought I was until I started using Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm like, holy crap, there's a lot of features on here. But once you learn all the shortcuts and stuff, I'm sure it'll be easier.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're getting the hang of it.
Yeah, what's cool about it is there's a higher ceiling there. So right now I'm kind of capped out on all the features I could use on my old video editing software. So now it's like I said, I'm an amateur now, but because of the software, I can get myself to pro level status. The more comfortable I get.
More room to grow on this one.
Yep.
So I'm excited to see updates on the videos to come.
That's right.
I think it's really cool that you've been sticking to the schedule and obviously seem to enjoy the podcasting portion.
Yeah, that's become my favorite portion by far.
How have the views been?
They've been consistent, but it's usually around like 100 views for podcasts. So for the 100 of you out there that are watching the podcast, thank you so much.
Throw up a heart emoji.
Yeah.
Chat.
Heart emoji. Thank you for the roses.
No. Thank you for the roses. Yeah. So tasty.
Is that still a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Really? People still do that? The TikTok lives?
Yeah. That Miles Morales guy has been going crazy.
He still does that?
Yeah, he's like gotten robbed. He's gotten the cops called on him. He's like always flipping out. And like,
whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Wow.
He like yells at his audience when they're not giving him enough money.
Oh no.
And there's like turf wars of NPCs. Like there's like another NPC like on the same block, and he's like, get the fuck out of here and stuff.
So he's cosplaying as Miles Morales? Yeah.
Yeah,
he's got a Spider-Man suit on. Do you think maybe he's got autism?
I mean, that's like kind of. Don't you think everyone has autism? I feel like.
Tell me about it. What a buzzword these days.
I feel like.
Oh,
it's so easy to just be quirky.
Yeah. Oh, you like playing with silly putty? You must have autism. Oh, you like drawing? You have autism. Or maybe you just like drawing. You know?
God. Yeah, being an adult and drawing is cringe.
Oh my God. Who does that?
It's so weird trying to start new hobbies as an adult.
Because people automatically put that label on.
You want to be, yeah, it's pretty weird.
Yeah. Sure, there might be some traits and things that can line up. But put these people who claim to be autistic in a room with someone who's actually, like, has actual autism, you know? They'll be uncomfortable in 10 seconds and want to leave, you know?
I mean, I am a believer that the spectrum, like everyone lies on a spectrum, right? So it's like,
but we got a lot of people on the far edge, or I guess you could say the far left that are claiming to be, boom. But
don't blame me.
No, I'm not. Don't blame me. I voted for Trump. Oh, that's gold.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, Warren's never gonna live that one down.
Maybe you shouldn't put the picture up. I don't know.
No, I'll put it up. I don't care. But yeah. We were close to peaking the microphone there with all that energy. We didn't though.
Really?
Yeah, we edged it. We were good. Don't try to peek at you. I think you peeked it there.
No, I was pretty close. So.
Yeah. You got a pizza place by your house. I've been itching to go there again.
What, Black Sheep?
Black Sheep. Yeah, it's not right by your house now, but my God, was that good.
Yeah, a coal-fired pizza, most beautiful, elegant ingredients.
Oh my gosh.
As a pizza snob myself,
yeah,
I am a firm believer. I hate everyone who like shits on a cheese pizza. You don't know an establishment. You don't know the quality until you have the base.
Right. Me personally, shit on cheese pizza. Not for me. Until I had Black Sheep cheese pizza.
There's no reason to get any of the toppings. Just take away from it.
Right. Yeah. The bread is so good. The sauce is so good. The cheese is so good. As long as your ingredients kick ass.
Nothing to worry about. That's all you need.
Yeah.
It's a waste of stomach space. It's a waste of calories. It's a waste of just everything. I think they're perfect as the
It's just kind of like
the base.
It's kind of like because each ingredient stands on its own. You know, like a good cheese, you can have that by itself, or a good bread. You can have that by itself. So why not combine
sauce
in a good sauce? I mean, I'm not one to have sauce by myself, but Lauren is.
Yeah.
She'd squirt Chick-fil-A sauce on a spoon and suck it off.
That is disgusting.
I know.
That is disgusting.
She's a sauce girl. We always joke, just like the chicken tender is just the carrier for the sauce for her.
Exactly.
she spoons it into her mouth with it.
That's a good one.
Yeah, me not so much, but yeah, like I said,
Afton's a big sauce guy. He'd walk around with just ranch stains on his shirt. Just
in your
wearing
dreams,
it up.
you wish. No way.
I'm gonna bake that sweater in my locker for a while. Get that aroma really stinky.
Oh yeah, just right before history class, I pull my textbook out of my locker and take one hit of that stinky ranch.
Musty ranch factory in there.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I didn't put water on it to rinse it off. I put water on it to enhance the stench.
Then you drank the water after.
Oh yeah, I sucked it right out of the fabric.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's a good noise.
Yeah, I'm sure it was actually a terrible noise.
Let's see, you didn't hit peak though. So
no, that's okay. Yeah, so that's some good pizza. Is there any other restaurants kind of near you that really stand out? You maybe want to shout out? It's the small ones that are usually the good ones.
We've been really into Quang's recently. I think there's a couple of Quang's. I'm not sure, but Vietnamese, just elegant, beautiful food.
Oh.
They have these like egg rolls that will just make your mouth water.
Really?
Like they're like fried and juicy, and like they have more flavor than any egg roll I've ever had in my life. Being in the Midwest, seeing a lot of food trucks.
Yeah.
And like the egg roll queen and like egg roll related food trucks, I'm a hater. They all suck. You bite into these extremely hot egg rolls that have little to no flavor inside.
All the flavors coming from that oily ass wrap.
Yeah, you're just hurting your mouth just to like get all the flavor from either the wrap or what you're dipping it into.
Right.
Like that's just an instrument. Quang's egg rolls. My mouth is watering, so I'm kind of having trouble speaking. Like I'm kind of sloshing around in my mouth. I'm having like an in real life wet dream in my mouth right now. Quang's is that good.
Damn.
Yeah.
I kind of know what you're talking about. Sometimes we have like third shift potlucks, and the majority of my third shift coworkers, I don't want to say it, but they're CHINESE. and they will bring in.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
We don't say that word around here.
They'll bring in homemade egg rolls. Oh, and
Different,
homemade
right?
spring rolls.
Different,
Yeah,
right?
way different. My favorite part of an egg roll has got to be the rice noodles inside of them.
Okay.
The rice noodles, cabbage, carrot combo. Ooh-wee.
God damn.
So good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interessante. Lou's Sandwich Shop. Banh mi sandwiches. Delicious. Lou's Sandwich Shop. There you go. That's a good one.
One sandwich shop that I really like that I'll visit every once in a while if I drive past one is the Pork Belly sandwich shop.
Fucking love pot bellies.
Oh, pot bellies. Yeah, not pork bellies.
What?
Pot bellies. Yeah. Oh my gosh, they have I get roast beef, provolone cheese, and the red peppers that they have there on there.
Oh, the hot peppers.
The hot peppers. They're not even that hot, but they're so juicy and so red and so
Yeah, I get
good.
the super sub every like the biggest one.
And the toasted bun.
The A-Rec with everything they have besides mustard and pickle, I think.
Okay.
So I just fucking load that shit up, devour it.
Hot sandwich or cold sandwich?
Hot.
Me too. Every time.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren's a cold sandwich
Like
girl.
I said, I get the same type of sandwich every time too. So
Yeah.
I don't really mix it up there.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm sure the audience listening to this, they're probably salivating right now, thinking,
Good soup.
good soup. maybe they want to maybe visit their local sandwich shop today.
Mm-hmm.
Their local pot bellies.
Oh, yeah, the Sub House in Hudson, Wisconsin.
I've never actually been there.
And I would get cold sandwiches from there. I would get the BLT like every weekend.
Oh, I mentioned this on a previous podcast, but we got a Culver's coming up here, like 2 minutes from our house.
It's being built.
It's
in
being
the
built.
process?
Yeah, I think it's going to be done November 2nd. So stay tuned.
Trying to get a butter burger.
Trying to get a butter. Maybe next time that we have a podcast, we can maybe start it off with a
mukbang.
concrete mixer.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah. What do you order from Culver's?
I don't fucking go to Culver's. I'll get their ice cream of the week.
Yeah, flavor of the day.
Flavor of the day.
Yeah, dude, I'd always get my mom the flavor of the day, especially when it was a turtle sundae. She got excited.
Yeah, the custard scares me. The frozen custard's way too tasty.
Yeah. Yeah. What are they making that out of?
Custard.
Is Wisconsin cows the secret?
Yeah, no, it's the way they milk them. Yeah, it's a hand motion.
Oh, see, that's the thing. People don't realize that the hand motion is so important.
Uh-huh.
You can really fuck up the hand motion.
Yeah.
And the cow's uncomfortable. You could taste it in the ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the cortisol. It's the stress hormones. They get into the ice cream and ruin the flavor.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
100%.
It's all in the hand motion.
Do you remember the Nintendo Switch
I was
game?
just thinking about that. That game is also all in the hand motion. Yeah. The top, you squeeze the top of the teat, then the bottom of the teat as you're pulling on it. Yeah. I'll put a clip of that, John, up, and that was so fun.
The 1-2 switch.
1-2 switch. Probably, it's like one of the best Switch games out there. So simple.
Shit. It got so shit on. It was hilarious because there's no Wii Sports.
Yeah. Yeah. They have a,
I think they made a new one.
they made something like that.
Like
Yeah.
Switch
They call it like
Sport.
Nintendo Sport
Yeah.
or something. It sucks.
Really? Believe
Yeah.
it. God, if you want to talk about disappointing Nintendo drops, remember Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games?
I used to love them.
The new one?
Sucked.
Dog shit.
Did you try it?
Yeah, I bought it.
Did you try it
unfortunately.
because the old one was awesome?
I played the shit out of the old one with my
Me
brother.
too.
Yeah.
Even on like the DS, it was good.
We were setting high scores all the time. We were loving it. And the new one is just so
that was the
boring.
best part. That was the best part. The replayability was crazy because you could always do that one little flick, that one little wrist motion that gets you into the new high score. Oh, the triple jump. Yeah.
God.
Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Summer Games.
Yeah, they really messed up the new one. I haven't tried Jamboree yet.
Yeah.
Super Mario Party Jamboree.
I haven't tried that yet.
It looks good. It looks like a much better Mario Party game. It's like the Mario Party we needed.
I need more friends before I could play Mario Party. Be Mario Party of 1, or Mario Party of 2. Maybe 3 if I get Lauren and you in here.
Nintendo Switch Online, you can just
I got
play Mario Party 3 together. They have Mario Party 3 for free.
Was that one Nintendo 64?
I think it was maybe was it not GameCube? Maybe it was 64.
I thought you were about to say Game and Watch. I'm like, no way.
Let me see. 1 second. I got a picture. It's important.
Yeah. I mean, I was a big Nintendo guy. I played a lot of I had a Nintendo 2DS, very odd shaped console, but I love that thing. You are the winner.
That was me.
That's definitely Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's fucking fun. Yeah.
I played it. I've had a good time with it a couple times.
Oh shit, here. The game I actually just bought, and I haven't really been buying games. I've just been playing Ghost of Tsushima. Again, replaying it, platinum it on PC now. I'm a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
And I haven't played the expansion.
Oh.
That game came out with free updates, so all the updates for it were free. God, I love the game entry when it's free. But Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, I have that pre-ordered right now.
Is
I'm
that going to be
fucking
another
excited.
like 3-dimensional fighting game?
It's supposed to be a super honorable like continuation of the old Budokai
Okay.
series of 3D fighters on PlayStation 2.
So not only can you walk around each other, you're fighting in the air.
Yeah, destructible environments and
man.
a roster of, guess the roster size starting.
I'm going to say 20 characters.
182.
No way. Is there even 182 characters in Dragon Ball?
There's like 15 forms of Goku, but
That's cool.
it is cool. It's important, I think.
Pick your favorite.
So you can play like, I don't know. I'm a classic, so it's like I'm probably only gonna start by playing like Teen Gohan and Piccolo. That was my favorite arc as a kid. I watched that on repeat. Father Son Kamehameha, the Gohan training arc with Piccolo.
Yeah. I don't really know what I'm talking about in this realm here, but there's a new game coming out, Wukong something.
Black Myth Wukong, that came out. It looks pretty cool.
Is that somehow that's what Dragon Ball Z was inspired by?
Yeah,
I figure
Goku.
You probably know more about
Goku's
this.
a little Wukong boy. Yeah,
He's half monkey?
Half monkey. He has a pole that extends in the original series, and he flies on the Nimbus Cloud.
Huh.
So yeah, it was like a big references to that.
Yeah, and that's Monkey King, right?
And he's Son Goku, like Son Wukong.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, like I said, I don't know much about those. I remember we used to talk about Monkey King back in Chinese class when I was in high school. But
Yeah, mischievous guy.
yeah,
Mischievous.
kind of curious,
He kind of. I think that's where the term monkeying around came from.
really, because he's just a silly little guy.
Yeah, and he's a monkey.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. So, I had a conversation with this guy in the diesel shop I'm working in on my Legend, where I'm working on my Legend, and he had me. I'm asking for a crescent wrench, an adjustable crescent wrench, and he's like, they call these a monkey wrench. That's the original shop term, and I was like, no, a monkey wrench is a big old pipe wrench. That's what they call a monkey wrench. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But to me, a monkey wrench is always just like a big ass pipe wrench, usually red.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe this guy's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like that guy has a monkey wrench in his brain.
Yeah, or somewhere else.
Someone throw a monkey wrench in your skull? Is that a saying? Someone.
You could throw a wrench into something.
Yeah,
I've heard that. Yeah. If you fuck something up, it's like, oh, you really threw a wrench in that. I think. So I've thrown a wrench at a couple things. I'm not the type of guy to throw a wrench when I get angry, though. I've worked with some of those dudes, brother.
Oh God,
because they're just throwing stuff when they get home too.
That's fucked.
Yeah, they're probably like throwing beer bottles at their wife or something like that.
Okay, that's a conclusion we should jump to.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, if you can't control yourself in the workplace to not throw a wrench across the shop,
no, I mean I haven't.
like you're an adult, man.
That's
If you're throwing wrenches, just stop.
That's some baby behavior right
That is
there.
some baby. You might think it's not, but it is.
Like, oh, could a baby do this?
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
Okay, if you throw a wrench and it sticks in the wall, that's kind of cool. But you probably shouldn't have thrown it in the first place.
Yeah.
So that's that. Oh, there was a couple. I was just in the shop the other day with my Legend, and a couple of brothers walk in there. Right, they're like, I guess they're repeat customers at the diesel shop, and
Family member brothers or
brothers.
what do you mean by that?
Well, I mean they really like the Acura Legend. One of them freaked out.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was a huge car back in that scene back in the day. I'll throw up some images, but they'd throw 20s on. Yeah, they throw 20s on them, Johns, and oh my god,
20s like just dollar bills?
Not 20.
Are they making this car strip for them? What is going on here?
20-inch rims.
Oh, gotcha.
They love it. He instantly started like throwing a whole lot of cash out. It's like, how much you want for it? This thing's
Making
clean.
it rain on these guys.
He's like, I bought it for 7.5, and I think I talked him down to 7 actually. And they're like, I'm putting all this work in, so I'm like, I'm not going to get rid of it unless you're throwing like 9K, 10K at me. And they were ready. They shook my hand. I'll be back.
Oh, they want to buy this Acura Legend?
Yeah. But after putting all this work into it.
And you were pretty happy to get it too. I mean,
I can't.
You have a cool roster of cars right now.
Yeah, I'd like to keep this roster alive.
The Acura Legend is 4-door, right?
You better believe it.
Okay, yeah. You needed
New
that.
territory for me,
You
but
needed that.
I needed that, yeah. It's like, It's like after a long day when you like slurp up a lychee gel. It's like, oh
my God.
I needed
Yeah,
that.
back to the slurping clip.
I needed that.
How far are we in?
I don't know. Does it say?
Hour and 17 minutes. We're kind of cooking up in here.
We're doing good.
Well,
I think this has been. I think by far this has been our best podcast yet.
I do want to say that, yeah, our first podcast, we had a few takes.
Right.
I don't think we kind of elaborated a little bit, but like everything we were talking about in the first podcast, we talked about
beforehand
3 times before.
Yeah.
And it was a bit painful by the end.
I was so nervous. First podcast.
Yeah. Well, it was our 4th first podcast.
Right.
Day,
the amount of takes.
In a couple of days.
And even after all that, all those rehearsals, basically, I still had to do a ton of editing,
Yeah.
Where this one, we might actually get it in one take.
I think this one must be a lot more relaxed. I've enjoyed it quite a bit.
I have, yeah. This is a good one. We'll for sure get you back on here too.
Oh, gee.
We'll see. And like I've thought about because I've got some buddies that are a little bit bigger in the automotive world. You know, like my friend Charlie Moore. He's big and he does like valve covers and stuff. He's really busy. He does powder coating services and a lot of like R&D for. He makes like the crash bars I have on my car and like cool parts like that.
Collaborate, dude.
I'd love to collaborate, but I'm like. Wondering if maybe I'm not good enough,
Oh, what
I don't know, like maybe
what a bunch of hogwash.
I don't know. I feel like maybe if these like I put too much value on that number. Like maybe if these got like 20,000 views or whatever.
I mean,
maybe they'd want
to
be
be
on
fair,
here.
like
or if it was more professional.
You obviously, I feel like looking at crafting cars, it's very passionate.
Yeah,
it's like I can tell you don't really look at it as a business.
No,
mostly. And
but the write-offs are going to be huge.
It is a business. And I think collaboration is just a cool business opportunity for everybody. And it doesn't have to be like an hour and 20-minute podcast. Even if you did just like 1 week, if you did get a collaboration, just do a 30-minute podcast.
Yeah.
Just like don't stretch it.
Yeah. Or maybe I could do like 30-minute podcast with him and then just do like 30-minute solo podcast.
Hell yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like, oh, and by the way, here's a little conversation I had with your boy Charlie Moore the other day. And I know it'd be awesome because he's got so much to talk about. He's like, instead of talking about, what sandwich shops he likes, he's been around. He's done so many races and stuff. He's got a team of racers doing like wheel-to-wheel racing now, or, not like on the ice where we're going one at a time. They're side by side with other cars racing.
That's awesome. Yeah, you gotta send an email.
Yeah, getting people like
business.
That. And we've collabed in the past. Basically, we're like, I showcase his parts. He gives me a nice discount.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I do an install video, and then so any clients that are like, how do I install this on my car? Sends them the Crafting Cars link. Bada bing, bada boom.
All right. Yeah. Do you guys want new guests on the show?
Yeah,
I'm sure they do.
I'm gonna try my best.
I'm sure they do. I think you need it. The podcasts have been cool, but I feel like having like you, I want to see you talk to a big car guy.
Yeah, me too.
I want to see you.
What I want to do is get to like the more chill, relaxed side of these big car guys.
Okay.
Everybody knows their business side, but let's get a little bit of their personal side out there. Let's see what's their sense of humor like.
Get one of these big, like kind of like stern car guys with all their bolts a little too tight.
Yep.
And then just like do some DMT with them in front of the camera and really loosen up.
See if I can crack that shell. Crack that hard business candy shell.
Yeah, crack open that little leche cup that's suctioned and closed with all that.
Why don't you peel back the wax layer on that Baby Bell cheese?
Ooh.
Why don't you take off the shell of that Cadbury cream egg?
Yeah, and then let's take that Baby Bell shell and let's put it in our hands and make it warm and mold it into something.
I just realized that was the thing. Yeah, Lauren did that for me the first time the other day.
Just fucking cook it.
I didn't know people did that. They're like, yeah, Cadbury or not Baby Bell wax sculptures.
There's a couple of things I'm really like insecure and just angry about. And as a kid, I'd like go to class and I didn't have cool snacks.
When somebody busted open a Baby Bell,
and they're like crafting these cool little clay figurines out of the wax, which would be a wax figurine. I don't know why I threw clay in there. But one thing that really got to me was like the Webkin days.
I never had Webkins.
Fucking bastards.
I never had Baby Bell. I never had Lunchables.
No, me neither.
No.
Lunchables were such a treat, dude.
But looking back on it, I'm glad I didn't. Thanks, Lori. So
Ranch me up.
and she knew never to ranch me up. I was a cold lunch
That
baby.
makes sense.
So yeah, I'm glad because I mean all that food that we looked up to as a kid, it was actually just processed garbage.
True enough. Yeah. True enough.
So I'll keep that in mind when I poop out a little one. Although it might be easy.
Poop out a little one?
Although it might be convenient. Well, technically I'm not pooping them out. Lauren's kind of doing that for me.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and I'm not saying right now that we're expecting or anything.
Yeah, big announcement, you guys. Thanks for staying the whole time.
Yeah. No.
Captain's cooking something up.
Yeah. I'm throwing something in the oven.
Congratulations.
No, I'm not. Nothing's happening. No, we're good. We got a long while before that. I need to be in a better financial situation before I take that big step. Got to get married first, too, obviously.
Yeah, I have nothing to say about that.
I've got nothing to say about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know we've been at it for a while. I think we can probably conclude the podcast.
Hell yeah.
Save some meat for the next one.
Amen.
So, Logan, thanks for being on here.
Thanks for having me.
One hell of a podcast today. It's getting easier.
Yeah, the wheels turned pretty smoothly.
Yeah. One big
we
thing
shifted gears well.
We did. No money shifting here.
Yeah. And time to put it in park.
That's right.
Maybe even back it up a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe just keep it in between the lines.
Mm-hmm.
Throw on your sunshades. Turn on the radio. Hit that key fob.
Smash that fucking like button.
Turn on your notifications.
Decimate. Destroy that subscribe button also. What should they do to that notification bell?
I'd like to see him take that notification bell, toss it in the air, grab a bat, and smack that thing out of the park.
Beautiful.
And share it with your friends.
Amen.
You got friends that like...
Not amen. Share it with a whole bunch of men or women.
Share it with your sister. Share it with your mom.
Mm-hmm.
But don't be surprised when she's watching it late at night.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys for sticking with me. It's only going to get better.
Oh,
episode 5, just wait till episode 500.
Oh, I'm waiting. I'm here. I'm buckled up.
I'm never quitting.
Take me with. Press the gas.
Pull that handbrake. Impress your high school girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, on the highway.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? That was a good prank back in the day. I don't think it happened too much, but it was like a little bit of a thing in the scene. Like people thought it was cool, like going down the highway.
Oh, pull your friend's handbrake. Yeah. Not the coolest prank, but pretty funny, I guess.
Yeah.
Puts everybody in danger. But...
I can flip that, baby.
Yeah.
Want to see my car kick flip?
Yeah, honestly. All right. Well, I think that's all we got for today. So
Cheers.
Thank you for tuning in to Crafting Cars. Happy Tuesday podcast, and we will see you next time. Why?